Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making molten lava cake.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
With Valentine's Day right around the corner, I thought I'd share with you these chocolate molten lava cakes. They were on my website probably over 10 years ago. I really only make them at Valentine's Day, and I wanted to share them with you today because it is this most decadent chocolate cake. You crack it open, hot fudge runs out, you eat it with ice cream, and it is every Valentine's delight. Well, maybe, but you have to love chocolate. If you don't love chocolate, I don't know what to tell you. On this recipe, there's a couple specific ingredients. This is one of them. I usually don't ever have these on hand, but I do for this. We're gonna need 8 ounces total of chocolate. So if you want it darker chocolate, add 6 ounces of this, which is gonna be more than one of these bars. And if you want it more milk chocolatey, I guess I should say, or semi-sweet, add more of this. Today we're gonna do half and half. You do need a bittersweet and a semi-sweet. Forgive me for not opening these, but I want to show you how it works. So a lot of recipes, you don't ever use this, use the baking cocoa, so it's very fun. All right, open these magical gold foil. We're just gonna crack it open, and you'll need a nice, large, microwave-safe bowl. We're gonna crack it into pieces. Wait. Because we're gonna stick it in the microwave with with butter, and then we're gonna melt it. Oh, this chocolate smells so good. I always made these for the kids. We never really went out for Valentine's Day. It usually landed on a weekday. So I'd usually make a special dinner, and then we'd have this very special dessert. It was always so delicious. Okay, there's one, let's do the other one. And this one's already broke for me. Now this recipe doesn't have much flour in it, so I'm wondering if a gluten-free recipe of this would work. I have not tried it, but if you do, I'd love to know. There is a lot of egg in it, and so I think it has enough structure from the eggs that it might work. Okay, so we've got our 8 ounces of chocolate. Make sure Puppy doesn't get any crumbs. And then we're gonna want 10 tablespoons of butter. So that's 1 stick plus 2 tablespoons. We're gonna cut it up so it melts nicely in the microwave. So let's put this in the microwave. I'm gonna set it at probably 2 minutes, and I'm gonna stir it every 30 seconds with a whisk. The thing about melting chocolate in the microwave with butter is you wanna be careful you don't burn it, and you wanna stir it often. So you need to stand there and pay attention and so I'm gonna start at 2 minutes, and I'm gonna stop it every 30 seconds until it melts, until it's velvety. Usually doesn't do much, but it is starting to melt 30 seconds in. It's gonna be hard not to lick this. There's just a few chunks left. So you don't want any chunks, you want it all melted, velvety smooth. Sometimes there's enough residual heat, that's why I'm stirring it, that those chunks will just melt. Okay, so it looks like 1 minute and 10 seconds made it very velvety smooth. All right, so our next item is a 1/2 cup of flour and 1 1/2 cups of powdered sugar. You're like, why powdered sugar? Well, It melts easier into the chocolate and it doesn't come out grainy, so it's gonna get absorbed by the liquid easier. And this is one time where I'm not eyeballing it. Okay, we're gonna mix this in. So the next thing we need is 6 eggs. We want 3 whole eggs and then 3 egg yolks. So I'm gonna put these in here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1. So save those for omelet or something in the morning. And I probably should have added the eggs first, but it will mix all together. Okay, and last but certainly not least, you want a good glug of vanilla, about a teaspoon. Mix that in. This is super fun. When I made these in previous years, I'd have dinner. I'd usually leave the oven on because you want it hot at 400 degrees. And then as soon as dinner was done, I'd have the kids get the dishes going, and I would pop these in the oven because you want to eat them hot. They only take about 15 minutes to bake, but the payoff is amazing. Look at that. Okay, it's all velvety, it's all mixed in. Let's move the eggs out of the way. All right, so we got this all mixed up. The next thing you want is a great big huge cookie sheet and then 6 ramekins. And these are 7-ounce ramekins. You can use the smaller ones if you had them, but it's gonna make more. The important thing is we're gonna grease these with butter. So what I do, I'm gonna put that in there. I just kind of set it like this. With the warmth of my hand, then I'm just gonna, as soon as it warms up. It's still cold outside. My butter's hard. It's important to get these buttered. I would usually use Pam, but you don't want these little cakes to stick because then all the lava flows out. My hands are even cold. And you don't want to flour them, just butter. And you just want to go up to the first lip of these. He smells butter. All right, so I've had my oven preheating since before we started. So now we're gonna take this. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna, it's pretty darn thick.
Ladle?
It's sticky. I'm just gonna go for it. It's getting messy. Hang on. So I don't know about you, but I'm not perfect. And I eyeball these as close as I can to each other, but I don't ever get it right. So the whole point of this is getting them kind of even. So I'm gonna rob some of the out of the others to make the others a little more even. Wow, what a mess. Cool. All right, so we've got our cake mix, or our cake batter, into the 6 ramekins. We're gonna put it in the oven for 14 minutes at 400 degrees. All right, it's been 14 minutes. We're gonna check them. Sometimes they take longer, sometimes they don't. The thing is, you don't wanna overcook them, because then you lose your molten lava. Ooh, they're so hot. So I'm gonna give them probably another 30 seconds. Whoops.
It's gonna take you longer to set that.
I know.
That's awesome.
So they weren't quite puffed enough, and I wanted to give them a little more time. They usually rise up above the ramekin a little. So I'm gonna just give them a couple more minutes. You really want the edges all set and cooked like cake, and leave the middle very, wow, that was fast. Very molten lava, fudge, hot chocolatey. Let's just jiggle one. I think they're good. So our lava cakes have just gotten out of the oven. We usually serve them in a big soup bowl because the chocolate goes everywhere. This is the tricky part. So I usually set this here. I grab a lava cake with a pot holder because it's hot. And you want to gently, with a paring knife, go all the way around to make sure you have it all loose. And then you take a bowl, I put it on top, you say a prayer, and you go like this. Whoa! Look at that. Oh, and you can see it? You can see it jiggly? Okay, I'm gonna move this forward. We're gonna get some ice cream. And we have tin roof today because that's what we could find. You definitely want ice cream with this. Put some on the side. Oh yeah. Boy, that's really soft. Now you just take this, you cut it open. Oh my gosh. And out comes the lava. It's so good. It's so hot. I usually break mine open and let all the lava come out and just like soup it up with the ice cream. It is so, so good. So good. Let's just have a bite. It's gonna be so hot. I know. These are so fun though for Valentine's Day or any special occasion. I really don't make them very often so that they are extra special. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. Man, after having all the cookies and all the sweet, some good old chocolate cake after Christmas for Valentine's Day, it's just what I needed. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this and I'll see you later. I'm just kidding. Thanks for watching and being in my kitchen with me today. I hope that you make these for your Valentine, because I'm sure they would appreciate it. They're so fun, they're super easy. And if you have any leftover, like there's just 2 of us, they do heat up in the microwave. You just don't want to cook it too long because you will start cooking the chocolate fudge inside. I've never eaten one cold, but I don't know why it would be bad. It's chocolate. So thanks again for watching and being with me in my kitchen. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the bell on for notifications. And we'll see you on the next episode. You guys have a great day.
Oh man.
Oh, Denver, go to your spot.
Are you gonna sit and watch Mama? You better go sit in your spot, Bumper.
Hey, quiet on the set.
Are you all done? Good boy.
Sit down.
So nice.
Oh, good job. He ready for the show.
He's ready, right in his spot.
I feel like all of these are the same now.
Well, they are. It's you and your food.
Billy-I-O. Gonna taste good, I know.